One. What's up, guys? How is everybody? We are here for the Dirty 30, hashtag 30. It is me, one of your co-hosts, Jace. I'm here with the this has happened 2 weeks in a row now. I had it and I lost it. You can be the Roger Rabbit to my Bob Hoskins. Only because I can't remember what his character's called in the film.
Shit, neither can I.
But yeah, that's what you are. How are you, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Cool. I mean, at the time of recording, are you feeling excited?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It's just, it's bad when, like, this is a show that's out on a Monday night, and I'm gonna ruin the magic. We're having to record this on a Thursday.
No! Ah, you fucking dick. Why would you do that?
Just because it's one of those where I just want to let people know that because of how disgusted in myself I was for ruining hashtag 17, no, hashtag 27, sorry, that I made sure that I was able to make it while I'm coherent. This might be our last ever podcast. I might not survive the weekend.
Well, I don't know.
Because there's one thing where I don't know if I'm ready to go to Newcastle for the weekend, and I don't know if Newcastle's ready for all of you lot this weekend.
The thing is, what I figured is that, it's just one of those things where livers regenerate.
I suppose, yeah. If you have 5% working, it can gradually get back to 100.
If my organs were X-Men, my liver would be Wolverine. Like,
cool.
That's what I'm going with.
Have you been playing much this week?
I've just been on No, is the answer. No. Okay. No, I've been on Fallout. I've been on a bit of Far Cry. I went back to Far Cry 3, not 4, because that's rubbish.
Okay.
But other than that, the new Hitman map is out.
Oh yeah. Where Paris, wasn't it? No, we were at Paris. Now we're
Sapienza.
Oh yeah, Italy. Is it Italy?
Was that an Italian accent?
No.
Did it sound Italian?
Well, yeah, it must have been because I guessed Italy.
There we go.
Talking about Fallout 4, have you seen that the creation kit is in open beta? So it looks like the mods for Fallout 4 on the console will be coming in May.
Okay. See, it's that thing of the creation kit I think it's in beta now on PC.
Yeah. It's gone into open beta on PC, so it's time to put your modding hat on and get to work. Huzzah!
And then I think they're gonna drop. What is it? They're dropping that other one that was on about with the island or whatever.
Yeah.
DLC, and then I think it's coming after that. I don't think it's like a main priority for them.
I think when the mods are out and they're flowing and there were good there were high profile ones, I think that's when I'll end up jumping back onto Fallout. Yeah, I reckon that'll bring me back in. That's pretty cool. I wanted to take a second now to invite our guest, but he's preoccupied, and hopefully we'll get him on next week. I hope. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just reading the text. We should get him on for the next show. I've already lined up your next competitor for hashtag 35. But this is the thing that's awkward. So obviously, you guys are going to see that we're going to have the competition, which is a bit different. We're going to record a live one. So we're going to do the what game is it? But we're going to do it live and probably smashed. So I wonder how that's going to pan out. It should be interesting. I just want to apologise now for if that part of the podcast is just an absolute wreck. But I'm going to put it in regardless of how it looks. So...
well, that could go horribly wrong.
I know. The thing is, I just worry about us losing our YouTube channel. You know, because lately, I know it's been on Twitch, but there's been a lot of nudity getting people banned, and I just imagine if we were to try and do that, there might be a bit of nudity in there.
Nah, it'd be fine.
Here's the thing with Twitch, right? Is obviously you had the situation with that girl who accidentally flashed her beef curtain, so then you know her account's been locked off. There's the lad who's looking at getting his account banned because a girl flashed on his stream. But like, what is the ruling on male nips?
No, I think you even for guys you got to wear a top, even like.
But what if I wore a top that had a naked body on it? I feel like
That is quite a question.
to be fair, the Jace tube, you know, I don't really use that much anymore. I might stream on Twitch and wear a t-shirt with a naked male on it. That's what I'm gonna do. Like what's that? Is it the Michelangelo?
You could just have me on it.
The statue of David? Is that it? Michelangelo statue of David? Is that right?
Ask me nice enough and I'll pose for you.
I'm not having a naked Squeak.
Get me printed on a t-shirt.
Paint me like one of your French girls. But I feel like again we are just procrastinating so much. The Division, obviously the guys at Ubisoft are working their asses off, because have you seen that literally exploits come out, people find them, and they're just locking them off just as quick as they're being discovered.
Are they?
They've been handing out bans to people as well. When's the last time we played Division?
Quite a while ago.
It might be worth checking on your character. They've been throwing around the ban hammer.
It's one of those things where that game is kind of it's a little dead now.
Yeah.
It's that thing of just a massive lack of content. It's like I think I mentioned it last week with the supply drops in the dot zone, and the loot is better on the enemies than it is in the actual chests.
Yeah.
What's the point? What's the point?
But the thing is, one of those things where they're going to keep updating it, but the hardcore gamers like yourself and, you know, the team that just absolutely destroyed the game when it first came out, it's going to need to change quite a lot to get you guys back in. Whereas for me, somebody who didn't really play it, you know, I might jump on it in 6 months to a year's time and be like, oh, actually, yeah, this is alright. I wish I played it when it first came out, not realizing the amount that has been added to it.
Yeah.
But I do like the way that, you know, you get some people who leave broken things in games for ages, whereas Ubisoft seems to be like, right, this is going on, let's do a patch. This is going on, let's do a patch. And yeah, just kind of, I guess they hyped up the game so much they need to maintain it, don't they? Otherwise, yeah, it was just like a shitty, empty, soulless PR push. Otherwise.
Yeah. I just think it's dead, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I don't think they're bringing enough. Like is it the incursion? Is that what they call it? Not insertion.
Not insertion. No, nothing's being put in.
I've not inserted myself.
Nope.
Into your division.
Nope.
Have I?
Nope. Not yet.
Well, there's still time.
God's sakes. Could you get on with your point?
The worst thing is I'm doing a fist motion as I say inserting.
You're talking about incursions, yeah?
Right, yeah, the incursion. The incursion, yeah. I've not played it. I've heard that it's just not that much to it. It's just the same old shit, really. Like, go in a room, clear out the enemies, do a little thing.
That's the thing, because there's not really... But they didn't have much difference on the missions. It's not like a mission where you guys have to say one of you drives a truck whilst the other people look after the truck, or having to like carry, I don't know, like a hostage or somebody that's injured. It's just literally you walk somewhere, shoot a load of bad guys, and then you go somewhere else, shoot a load of bad guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's not really, because that's the thing. Like, I understand like you don't want to chuck puzzles in quotation marks there, but you do kind of want to have those moments, don't you? Where it's like, right, somebody needs to be in the truck, somebody needs to sit in the back of the truck to defend it, whilst the others clear out the enemies along the sides.
Yeah.
You need those kind of missions, because they could have done that. I mean, they could have added in like some sort of, I don't know, even like you can ride mountain bikes or something through the cities. Because I feel like would have broke it up just a little bit, because sometimes that's the thing that killed me with the game, is where it is quite fast, is just walking to certain places is just like... Yeah, I just...
But then if you fast travel, you miss everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're not missing everything because there's nothing there. But you sort of, like, me personally, I feel if I fast travel, what is the point in me playing the game? Because
Yeah.
I'm sort of just spending it in loading screens, teleporting everywhere.
But
Do you know what I mean?
at the same time, you don't want to play a walking simulator because you might as well just go outside.
Yeah.
It looks just as shit outside as it does in the Division. I mean, being that you live in St. Helens, I imagine that it's hard to distinguish between the Apocalypse and St. Helens.
Sometimes it really is. I mean, some of the people that walking around, fucking hell, oh.
Oh.
Oh, that was rather fucking camp, wasn't it? Oh, it's the cold, man. It's the cold.
Oh,
No.
matron. Right, moving on to the next news story. So this thing was quite interesting to me, and it kind of made me think about a few other bits. So the next few things that kind of link is that they've done 5 Xbox Live Arcade games have been added to the Xbox One backwards compatibility list, and I thought, oh, that's cool. They're adding 5 games, and I've read the list of games.
Are they shit?
So, Altered Beast, Comic Zone, The Cave. What was the other 2? Double Dragon and Ghostbusters. So I was just a bit like,
What's the point?
yeah. And then that kind of made me feel a bit like, oh my days, that's so dumb. Like, of all the titles, Xbox Live Arcade titles that they can make backwards compatible, like why is it that these have gone above? Like, I'm trying to think now. I was having a rant to myself in work, and I can't remember what the other ones were. But then that also made me think, because I seen a bit of news. I don't know if you've seen, we posted it on Twitter that Bristolian Gamer, he let us in on a rumor that was going around that looks like it's going to be true about a remastering of COD 4. So,
I've seen this on different outlets.
and it's one of those where it's like, that's pretty, like, a game to be remastered. COD 4 is just old enough to not be retro, but it has nostalgia attached to it. Because that was our first, our generation's real first venture into first-person shooting in, like, Modern Warfare.
The thing is, though, Call of Duty.
I know, but it's depending on how they do it.
No, nostalgia will not fix Call of Duty-itis.
But I'm just the thing is things like stripping it back, because I was listening to the guys on IGN, I believe it was, and one of them was saying about how the problem with shooters nowadays is that everybody tries to one up everybody, and there are so many layers to it now, and so many different things with customizations and all these other bits, that it just becomes like such a hassle now when you kind of just want to go in, grab a gun and play. And I feel like COD 4 was like the strip back. You don't pick your kill streaks. You get 3 UAV, you get 5 airstrike, you get 7 helicopter. Like, you pick a gun, you put an attachment on it. You pick 3 perks. You pick your grenade. No, was it only a frag grenade you had? You just got to pick your tactical grenades. Or tell you had your claymores. Like, it's so stripped back that I think that if, like, to jump on that without people hacking it and killing it, I think it might be a welcomed entry, to be fair, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because it's one of those things, like you get I don't know, let's be a bit grotesque. So you get a missus, and over the years she does get really boring, but you just want her to go back and just suck your knob like she used to, because when she's just sucking your knob, but it's a good time.
Well, this took a turn, didn't it? No, because you called me for the insertion on the Division as I insert myself into your game.
I'm just saying, it's one of those things
as
where
we push on into your tunnel.
Okay, let's move away from
as we thrust
from
forward
from sexual activities. What I'm saying is you've got a chef, and they have their speciality dish, and then they make it all really complicated, and you're just like, do you know what, bro? I really enjoyed it when you just made cheeseburgers. Those are good cheeseburgers. I don't need the extra pickles. I don't need the special sauce. I don't need the onions diced in a certain way. I don't need, like, Moroccan lamb put inside the burger. I don't need any of that. I just need a cheeseburger. And I feel like COD 4 Modern Warfare, that could be a welcome cheeseburger.
No.
No?
No.
Go on then. What's your rebuttal?
It's fucking Call of Duty. I'm fucking sick of it, man. How many Call of Duties is there? I'm not listing them all again because I'd need to go online because there's so many that I can't even remember it anymore.
But the thing
But
that's funny
no,
is that I feel like the idea of them remastering COD 4 Modern Warfare is going to completely overshadow whatever new COD they come up with.
uh,
Because isn't it Infinity Warfare? I think it was called
yeah,
Infinite
yeah, it
Warfare.
is.
Infinite. If it's an E, it's infinite, right? Like Infinity's got the Y on it.
I think it's Infinite. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Infinite. But the thing, no, just no. I'd rather have um, Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
But you know, overall, I'd just rather have no Call of Duty ever again, ever
I
in
feel
the
like we're a
history of
step
ever.
closer to getting like what I said in the sense of just having a total Call of Duty package in the way that they did with Halo. Just the Halo, the Master Soap edition. And you just get all the Call of Duties. Do you reckon the problem is though? Is this because like Infinity Ward made some, Treyarch made some. What was the other one called? Something Hammer. They made some.
Oh, Sledgehammer.
Yeah.
It was Sledgehammer as well. I've not just.
But it's one of those things where like, do you think that's the problem? Is because so many of different. Do you know what I mean? Like Bungie always made Halo. They made all the Halos, so they
That's,
could put it all on one disc.
mm,
Whereas would they be that because they all came under Activision on the top, didn't
the,
they?
the
But
thing is though, the thing is, Bungie was Microsoft Studios, so it's the thing of whether it's the studio that decides or the publisher.
hmm,
Um, well, Microsoft publisher, and then Bungie was the studio. Even that
yeah,
makes more sense. But yeah, it's whether the public. It must be the publisher that decides it because if you think they're the ones really investing their money in it, and
yeah.
they're the ones that are gonna get it out there, sort of thing. So
So yeah, I just and that then that got me thinking, looking back at loads of games and loads of retro games, and this is a question that I'm obviously discussing it with you, Squeak, but this is a question that I throw out to the what's it, throwing it, it's out there. If you had to pick a game to be remastered, what game would you pick?
that's uh, that's quite difficult because I really no, because the ones what I don't like, yeah,
Hmm.
whether they come out almost like what the Xbox One's been doing quite a lot of, um, where you've had the game on 360 and then it's like, woo, the Redux, or like, woo, the definitive collection
Yeah.
edition shit,
The thing is,
or
I feel with those,
ultimate edition. And I feel that they are just like, they're almost like a massive cash-in because it's like, hey,
but that's
you've
the
played
thing
it
with
there.
some of them. They're too close. I think that's the thing that's kind of hard is, but they didn't do that for any of the Xbox titles to Xbox 360. But like quite a few Xbox 360 titles they've done for Xbox One,
Yeah.
and I just wonder like, one game that springs to my mind was a game that was on the SNES but wasn't like a Nintendo game. Is like Rock and Roll Racing. If they like reshelled that now and had that, because I reckon they could make a good Xbox ID type game or just a small indie game in the sense of having these cars with weapons on them. You do the races and go through the planets and you upgrade your car as you go on. I think that they could make a really good game off of that model now if they remade it. Kind of like, because what is it, the Carmageddon? Has that come back out or is it coming out? I can't remember which.
I think
But
it's coming out, isn't it?
because obviously Carmageddon was mentioned as one. I'd love for them to remaster Road Rash. I'd love for that to come back.
See, I don't know. The thing is, I don't know how that would work because it's that thing of, do you mean the classic ones or do you mean like the ones that come out sort of later on PlayStation
That's
2
the
and
thing.
stuff?
If you look at I think the last Road Rash game was on the PlayStation One, and it was Road Rash. I think it was called like Jailbreak or something. That was quite a good one. Um, but that's the thing is the reason why I like it is that I don't think it'd be able to be made into like a full, on disc, 40 quid plus title. But again, as something for Xbox ID or something that is just a smaller indie developed game, just in the sense of I would love to play like a 16-man online race where everybody's just slugging everybody, and then the politics when like I'm riding up on the left, you're riding up on the right, and then like I don't know, like James is in the middle, and then there's a decision to make like do how do we go about doing this? And then we both take out James, and after that, I notice you've got low health, you notice I've got low health, and then we just turn on each other. Like, just I reckon that could make for a really good, fun gameplay, because stuff like if you go back and look at it, there was so much just dumb humor in that, and it made it a really fun game. And there wasn't that much in regards to worrying about realism of the game. It was just an arcade. You're racing down the like up a road. You turn left, you turn right. You kind of sway side to side, avoiding cars and punching other people. Like, what more do you need?
I do hear that. I do hear that.
I feel like there aren't enough games that are
The
fun.
thing is, it'd sort of
also
be like
serious.
it'd almost be a way to sort of bring Mario Kart to like Xbox
Yeah.
and stuff, wouldn't it? In
Yeah.
a way.
Kind
Almost.
of thing. Because it's one of those things where we need, because everybody's so, these consoles are really powerful and everything needs to look really beautiful and really great and it needs to be all like action and cinematic. Like, I just need something dumb to play. Do you know what I mean? So like that game, it wasn't the greatest game, but Blur is an example. They took cars that were actual cars, but then they added the silliness of weapons. Like, adding that to the game just chilled it out so much. Just chilled out, and I just feel, we need less of the Forzas, more of the, what was it? Crash Tag Team Racing. Bring something like that to back.
Yeah.
We need something fun.
Almost party games, aren't they? Really?
Yeah. Because they had a party game. It wasn't that popular. Fusion Frenzy? That was pretty good. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Because they made 2 of those, and those were quite fun. And I just feel like I'm just trying to think now of a game on the Xbox that is just a fun game. So something along the lines of what was it called that you played? The Tiny Commando. Like, if that had like
Tiny Troopers.
Tiny Troopers, thank you.
Yeah.
If they were to make that multiplayer, then that would be a little fun game to play with like a bit of silliness in it. I just feel like there aren't enough silly games for us to play and kind of enjoy,
Yeah. Yeah, everything's like really serious. I think that's also why I'm a bit fed up with Duty. Like, I mean, I know it's not serious in the sense of, speed and realism and stuff, but in the sense of like when you get into it, you can't just chill out, like, really, unless you're just not arsed. Like,
yeah. Have you had time to think of a game then that you want remastered?
oh, I didn't know what. I didn't even think about that. I went completely.
Do you know what
out
they
of
should
my head.
remaster? Snake.
You know what? I think they should remaster
Go on then.
GTA Vice City.
Okay. Yeah.
But as it is, not in the sense of like how they're doing it on like
So
Xbox
not like how they
and-
done GTA 5 and went back there.
Yeah,
You want them to
yeah.
literally just bring out Vice City. So I guess they kind of done that when they had like the Vice City stories on PSP, didn't they? Kind
yeah,
of,
I guess
like-
so.
Not massively, but yeah. Oh, also I was hearing the other day that just randomly, I know it's not on the run sheet, but they've stopped production, or they've stopped distributing PS Vitas, which I thought was interesting. To a lot of like countries around the world, they are no longer making PS Vitas.
Okay, really?
Yeah, which I thought was quite. It's just one of those things where like, the only person I've seen with a Vita is Ellis, and I haven't even seen him play it.
Yeah, but
Do you know what I mean? So it'd be interesting to see if on this weekend, if he
But-
brings it and if he plays it, cool. But it's one of those things where, what is it that Nintendo does?
when's he getting his Xbox One though?
Do you know what? That's what we should do. Some sort of bet with him, some gamble this weekend, and if he loses, he has to trade in his PlayStation for an Xbox. Like, one hell of a forfeit.
Wow, that'd be pretty mad. If he did that as well, I don't know what the actual like challenge would be there, like, or whatever. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Mate, I'm anticipating this weekend. Partial excitement, partial fear. But it should be good.
fine. It'll be
good. It'll be
fine.
good. Yeah, so going on to this week's WhatsApp. I was trying to think of something to really talk about, because I haven't really seen many new apps that have caught my eye, but there's a game that I've been playing that I don't think I've spoke about, so I figured, I'd bring it up this week. It's a game called Clash Royale. I haven't mentioned Clash Royale as WhatsApp before, have I? I was looking up the run sheet and I couldn't see it. But yeah, basically Clash Royale is from the people that made that Clash of Clans. but it's not the like Farmville-esque build up your community and go to other people's communities. It's not that kind of game, but one where you're doing battles against another person, like 1v1, in a small arena, and you have your castle, and then you have two smaller castles, and so do they across a river with two bridges, and you send your units, which are from the Clash of Clans series. The aim of the game is to, within I think it's a minute, possibly 2 minutes, you have to destroy the other person's towers and their castle. So if you've both only destroyed one tower each, then the game will go to sudden death. Whoever destroys the next tower wins. But if somebody destroys the other person's castle, then the game's over.
Okay.
It's one of those games where, unfortunately, I feel it is made in a way that if you pump cash into it, you can get the good stuff. They have a system where you get, every time you win, you get a random chest. You can open the chest, and it will take, say, 3 hours for the lowest, for a common chest, then like 8 hours for a gold chest. I don't know if there's one that's more rare. At the same time, you get a free chest every 4 hours. And then you've got the crown chest, which every time you destroy a tower or a castle, you get a crown. I think is once or twice a day. Once you get to 10 crowns, it gives you a chest. And it's one of those where they also have a section in the store where things come up for a limited time, and you can buy certain cards. And like if you put the coin into the game and get the premium currency, you can then get these really like amazing cards. Every time you open the chest, it will give you some money, and it will give you like a character. And say, for example, I don't know, the giant. When you unlock the giant, to upgrade them, you need to get so many of that card again. So to get from level 1 to level 2, say, is 5 of that card, then you pay to upgrade it. Then 10 of that card, and you pay to upgrade it. And it's one of those things where if somebody was to pump the money in, they could keep buying whatever's in the store and keep upgrading that card.
Okay, yeah.
So the thing that I found is that I'm playing it, I'm getting through the arena, and you get to a point where you're against people. So you also have like your profile level. So I think I'm profile level 4. You go up by completing achievements, upgrading your cards and things like that. But the issue that I've got is that I'm playing people that are level 6 plus, and their towers have more health than my towers. But then their individual cards are higher level than my cards. So because I'm refusing to put money in, I'm really struggling. Because yeah, I'm just like, I'll go through a thing of losing like say 5 games. Every time you win or lose, you get trophies, and that's what kind of determines which division you're in and who you come up against. And I'll go down and get somebody who's like my level, destroy them with what I've got, and then I end up stuck again and losing like 5. It's like 1 step forward, 5 steps back. But it does look really good. I like the kind of.
Wait, you couldn't have just said 2 steps forward and 3 steps back?
Why can't you take 1 step forward and 5 steps back?
I just feel that
Because I feel like the method in that is that I feel like I win a match, then I lose 5.
Yeah, but it's that song, isn't it? That 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
Oh.
No?
Yeah. No, I see what you're on about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dick.
I'm just saying, you missed out on the opportunity.
I did. So yeah, with the game, it's really cool because there is a small arena, and it's like really simple. It's all on the screen. I've been playing it on my iPad, but I've seen people play it on their phone, and it just seems to fit really well. At the bottom of the screen is like a purple bar that fills up. I think it's called elixir, and depending on which units you have, they cost so many units of elixir, and it will go up in stocks at a maximum of 10. So you can obviously wait until say you've got some goblins and they cost 3. You can wait till you've got 3 and then send them straight over, or wait until you've got 10 and then send a few different things with the elixir that you've got. I haven't been able to figure out why it is that sometimes it feels like it's quicker than other times. I don't know if I've missed something on that front, but I just feel it is a pretty good game, but I feel that it is pay to win. So in regards to a rating, I was going to give this one 5 watts out of 10. It is enjoyable until you get to that high division point where everybody else has just got the best shit, and then you lose so many games, then you start to win a couple, and then you end up in the place where you were before, and you lose a load of games.
And wait, how many steps forward and back?
All I can think is when Family Guy done it, and Peter's like, "And I'm a cat." I can't think what the actual lyrics were. Do you know what I'm on about? Yeah, when they done it on Family Guy. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm gonna give that one 5 watts out of 10. Now, I'm gonna broadcast this now. This is the part where we're gonna put what game is it recorded from the stack. Now, the reason why I'm making sure that I say that I'm gonna put this in is because if we don't manage to do it, or something happens to a phone and we can't get the footage, it was supposed to be playing now.
Can we do like a theme tune?
Sure, we can make one of Potter on the Stag.
Oh, not even that. Actually, everyone could sing it.
Yeah.
What
What
could the
game is it?
Can it be like do 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 do?
What game is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
That'd
yeah,
be.
maybe.
I don't know.
Hey guys, what's good? Probably a face you're not used to seeing and stuff, but yeah. I'm just gonna say there ain't no quiz. It got fucked up. Like, everybody was messy, and to be honest, I don't even think we thought about it. So it's one of them. It is what it is. We'll reschedule it. We'll do it next week. The video ain't got much video to the video. That's my bad. Little late editing and stuff, but yeah, back to whatever the fuck we was chatting about. So cool.
Right. Now, at the recording, I don't even know what to say, really. So, as always, you can find us on the regular channels. We are on Twitter at @uwatt_. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/uwattpodcast. We're on Podomatic, uwatt.podomatic.com. We're on YouTube as well, youtube.com/uwatt. If you want to read our blog where we put on the weekly WhatsApps, you can find us on uwatt.tk. And as always, if you want to get at us, uwattmail@gmail.com. And uwatt is always spelled UWatt. Yeah, so Squeak.
Come at me, brah.
Come at me, brah.
Come
Hopefully,
at me, brah.
hopefully next
All
week.
over my chest, brah.
Hopefully next week we'll have Darkstar Hads on, because obviously he's one of our friends from way back in the day when we was playing COD 4. Still see him every now and again, but he's starting his little he's starting like a stream and stuff. So be good to see what he's up to and what he's got planned for his channel. I've also lined up the competitor for #35.
Oh, have you?
I have, so that should be interesting.
Depends who wins this next one, though. Shit.
Exactly, it depends on who's won on the stag.
Ooh.
So there we go. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You got any other messages for the people?
No.
No. Just a reminder of the question. So it was, when you looking back at retro games, what game would you like to have remastered? So yeah, get at us on whichever channel you wish to. And yeah, I guess that's it for this week's show. So,
Message.
go on then.
Remember that your liver regenerates, so drinking as much as you want isn't an issue.
Is not an issue. Cool. So yeah, as always, I've been Jace. He's been Squeak, and we'll see you next week.
Later.